Greetings everyone, I'm Napoleon Complex, and today we're going to be fighting another random battle, this time in the Sengoku Jidai period. Let's get into it. So we're playing as the Hojo against the Imagawa in 1530, so this is right at the start of the period, really. I know this is the thing, I'm playing on the highest difficulty, but I have no idea what that means, because this is the first time I've played a skirmish in a long time. So let's think about this. I would say weighting my approach towards one flank is probably a good idea. So I'm going to put my Yari Samurai here on the right, and so just build a long line here. Put my archers behind. And I'll try to mask my flank with the Yari Ashigaru. Now I don't think it's, let's see, these are samurai, so let's make use of them. The rest are just Ashigaru. That's the most exposed position, so I want to protect it. Now normally I would like to use these units in the forests and other rough ground, but I don't think that's going to be an option here. One notable thing missing from my army is cavalry. And we've got some more archers here. They can fire from 2 spaces away. Okay, I know what I'll do there. I'll bring them round to here, so they can kind of make up flanking forces. But what they can do is follow these Ashigaru out. And we've got the Ronin are actually superior. Now, I don't know what to use them for. Well, I don't know enough about the game to experiment yet, so let's just... I'll have them lead the charge. So it's probably not a good idea to have the raw Ashigaru in front of the average ones. So this is my formation. It's a little experimental. I'll have my Honjin... See if I rearrange these troops a little bit. I'll have the Honjin up on the hill here. Right, with that, let's go. Is everyone right? Good. Right. Nothing too horrifying yet. So now that I get a proper look at the enemy army, they have these Ashigaru up front. Now these are quite weak warriors. I could probably beat them out in the open. And honestly, the front line isn't that scary. Now I know that these mounted Yari Samurai will go straight through my Yari Samurai if I try to engage. Not my Yari Samurai, my Yari Ashigaru. They'll just overcome them. So what I'm thinking of is to pin them in place with a unit of Yari Samurai and then get around their flanks using the Ronin. Now watch out, the enemy have their own Ronin behind. But I don't think this is anything we can't handle. Right, let's go. So we'll start by aligning our Yari Samurai with the enemy mounted Yari Samurai. And now we'll bring up our unit Ashigaru in support. And this other unit will be assaulting this unit of Yari Samurai over here. Okay. Now let's see. What have they got? They've got the Ronin back there, who I'll need to be careful of. Move them up there, but what I'm hoping to do is then turn and threaten the flank of these Yari Samurai. Now my last unit of Yari Samurai will go after the enemy archers on this flank. Now we do want to get into the ranks of these Ashigaru. Let's see. Well, that's probably something that my Ronin and my Yumi Samurai can work together on. But at least on the approach, I want them to concentrate on the enemy Samurai, try and give us an edge in the battle of the elites. But my archer units may be able to pivot right and confront the Ashigaru swordsmen. Now since these are just swordsmen, that's actually a good use for an average Yari Ashigaru, especially since they're in the open. So even the raw troops might have a chance. Into the end. Are any of these Ashigaru raw? No, they're all average quality. I do have to watch out, there's these Sohei, which I believe are much more dangerous. And we've also got the Yari Ashigaru here. And that's where we are to begin with. Let's also bring out our archers. And yet these Ashigaru are going to be excellent for flanking the enemy cavalry from the sides. Right. Next turn. Okay. Right, let's sort our army out a little bit because this is a disorganized mess right now. Now that means our Ronin are facing their Sohei. Okay. I'll move these units ahead because I think what I want is for these units to go to the right a little bit because I'd like my archers to swing and engage those units. We'll bring this. I probably shouldn't have done that. I'll push forward just a little bit. I'm trying to give my troops room because I want the Yari Ashigaru to move ahead. They're obviously going to lead this forest charge. Once again, belated, but I do have an idea. Because this is going to be the line there. This is close to the line the archers are going to want to attack on. Let's move the archers over a little bit. And that also means I've got a full line of archers now. So I'll just turn in preparation for that. Move them up one level. Because there's no point in getting my archers blocked by this forest. And let's spend a turn on organisation, get our troops level with one another. There we go, that's an actual working battle line now. Okay, almost a working battle line. We need to hurry up because I don't want to hand initiative to the enemy, they'll start to move soon. Yep, and speaking of which, that's going to scotch my forest ambush. So I need to stop the Yari Samurai, the mounted Yari Samurai with my own Yari Samurai, and then get the flank attack in quickly before these Ronin can move into support. Of course, complicating matters is if they choose not to move the cavalry until later. This is why I didn't want to hand the enemy initiative. Okay, so the enemy are advancing towards us. Not a great thing. Let's have a look at the line we could logically fall back to. Because the enemy are now attacking, at least they'll have the defender's advantage. There's some rough ground here. That's going to be excellent defending of cavalry attacks. And with our archers formed up like this, we should be able to cut the oncoming samurai to pieces. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to be a little... What if we were a little sneaky about this? Let's see, they'll be able to advance, so they'll be able to shoot at this next turn. So I have to drop straight back. I don't have time to turn around. But if we drop directly back, we'll at least have the hill to our backs. And if I can take a position here, most of my troops will be shielded by the low ground. See, already most of my troops have a high ground advantage. Is it a particularly great height advantage? No, but it'll serve. You know, you guys might be close enough that you can actually turn around, and that'll give you more maneuverability in future turns. Because just like in Pike and Shot, one thing you don't want to get into is being forced to pull back repeatedly while you're being pursued by the enemy army. And now they choose not to advance. Fantastic. So they were actually responding to me. Right. Okay, let's think about that for a second. That forced me to reevaluate things again. So they are going to come forward. Push forward just a bit with... see, 1, 2, 3, and then they're already going to be able to fire at that Yari Samurai unit. So, you know what, let's leave him as bait and see what the enemy do. Turn around for now. Alright, that's enough. Win or lose, I've had enough of pussyfooting around us. Let's see, how far can our units move forward? We're just going to go for it. Have the swing lag just a little bit. Okay. Oh good, they stopped just short of having initiative. Of course that does mean they'll get stationary fire. We want to stop 3 tiles away from that Yumi Ashigaru unit. Lots of their troops are moving through the forest, so I'm going to need to be on the alert for flank attacks later on in the battle. Oh, they are within range. Okay, I guess we close as fast as possible then. See, well, that's close range fire. If I just move 1 tile forward this turn, I'll be able to charge next turn. They are facing the enemy Yari Samurai. You know what, you're not facing any generals. Can we borrow your general over here? Now, here's where I want to make good use of my archers. Well, I don't really fear those Yumi Ashigaru much. What I really want to do is hit the samurai. I still need to maintain my facing, so I'll have to make do with half arcs for now. Because I want remember, I want these Yumi samurai to jerk right and engage the enemy Ashigaru. Keep them back for the moment, remember, we're trying to use them for flanking actions. I don't want them exposed to any nastiness. And since we want to engage them here, why don't they turn like this, because they're going to advance on that axis. I'll actually turn my forces to that effect. Okay, next turn. Average Sohei against Ronin. Shouldn't be a tough battle. We can just about get the flank from here. Where have their Ronin gone? Still hiding in the forest, I guess. Nope, there they are. Oh, there they are. They emerged at the perfect time. That's 2 of the enemy's elite units threatening what are not my best soldiers. Should have seen that coming. Okay, with that being the case, I need to be a lot more conservative on that flank. One thing I will do... wow, impact's nasty here. When impact is bad, I tend to like the general up to minimize the chance of a disaster. It went far better than expected. We fragmented them. Right, studying things now. So that's 49%. That's actually as good as the... that's as good as my Yumi Samurai would do. I am on the lookout for those Yari Samurai though, but since they're on a line with us, I feel like we may as well slam into them. I'm very wary of those Yari Samurai. So shoot them first, then open up a charge. Okay. Stay level with them. I can't quite charge yet. The archers are going to be focused on these Yari Samurai. Charging out into their archers would not be a good idea with that cavalry unit waiting around. So we have the superior archers. I'd say just hold back for the moment. Okay, no luck in the cavalry battle. Since we are winning the archer battle, I don't see a reason to immediately go into combat here. Do we have somewhere where we can get 75 advantage on height? Not really. Okay, this already strikes me. We're doing fine over here, but we're going to run into this lot. So already this is striking me as a not particularly favourable situation. They'll just drop back with a charge, there's no point in doing that. Next turn, let's use the range advantage while we have it. Okay. Drove them back. And the lines are now opening a little bit. Okay, so as expected, they're closing the gap to try and avoid archery fire. But yes, I think I can make them regret that. Sohei versus Raw, Ashigaru. And we've got the Hatamoto here. Interesting choice for the cavalry there. Oh, they rallied up. No, wait, those are just the... Fire with these two units here since they're facing the enemy anyway. Excellent, and charge. So they should win there at any rate. Right. This is nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be. So, the thing is, I'd have to hold them in melee for 2 turns to get the flank attack, but I can get the flank attack. So, let's charge in and pray we don't disrupt an impact. Okay, but we still have the heights. If they charge the archers, they risk getting flanked. So we hold them in place with the Yumi Ashigaru, they might disrupt, but if they charge in recklessly, we'll flank them. So it's not a disaster yet. We are within range of those units. How is the fight with the Sohei? It's a nasty impact, but once we get into melee, it becomes a lot easier. How? I don't know what that would be yet, because I can't charge in that direction. I say give them the general to try and win this battle quickly. And with this unit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to fragment those Ashigaru. I don't think it's very likely with this kind of ranged fire, especially since we've had to move. Okay, but with that, my only option is to try and win here quickly and smash through ahead of those samurai. But they fell back. I should have seen that coming. Right. With that, they are going to lose. So it's a question of who can win here. And see, because of the threatening cavalry, I still need to protect my archers. However, I think under the circumstances, I can still move up the line. You've got to be kidding me. How did you manage that, you morons? Okay, we're going to have to engage in battle here and hope that this unit rallies up. That's a major problem. And my Yumi Samurai will have to deal with those Najinata Ashigaru. I didn't know Najinata Ashigaru were still in employment in this era. It's a very old-timey weapon. Fingers crossed, everyone. Yes! Nothing good will come of that. We can hope for a drop back though. It's all going my way so far. Got one disadvantageous melee. Other than that, I should be winning the rest of this fight. Those are Yumi Samurai as well. So maybe not all going my way. We have until this melee ends to get a disruption on those cavalry. Otherwise, my samurai and archers are going to be written down. And it's already ending pretty quickly. At least they had the decency to drop back. Fragmented and they fell back. That means I'm not going to be able to use them this turn. Which means the Hatamoto get their turn. Okay, things have not gone exactly to plan. And I can't move through like this, otherwise the Hatamoto will become a priority charge target for a group of Yari Samurai. On top of that, my line's starting to open up. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. No, they can't flank charge because this unit's still got them under control. For once, I'm actually glad we have the priority charge target rules, even though I'm in trouble because of the priority charge target rules. You may as well fire since that's going to be your target. Charge into melee here, lock them down. Can't do anything here, our line's completely paralysed. That would be even. That would just be even odds. No, that is an option. Just think outside the box for a moment. Good. Okay. Doesn't give me an immediate advantage or any immediate advantage over here, but it does at least help to protect my soldiers a little bit. Let's think about that. What would I gain by charging out violently? Probably not much. Except it might disrupt the cavalry. Because then my own units will be in danger. We would be taking a big risk. Well, it's likely to happen anyway. I don't think there's any point in throwing this unit into this situation. Though it would get them away from these disruptive Ashigaru who are about to take another beating. Turn in this direction since we're probably going to want to open fire here soon. I need to hope this unit starts to disrupt. I do not like this. This is a very unstable situation. We are winning, but it goes south very quickly now. Next turn. It looks like they've remained stable. Oh no. Well, there's catastrophe number one. We're going to get flanked next turn, and it's our general's unit that's going to take the flank. Interesting approach, they've just masked their best units. Well done, clowns. That's thrown everything into wreck and ruin because all of the... Okay, that unit's rallied up, that's going to help. Must have broken before the duel could end. God, I hate, because of course pursuing this is the one thing you can't control, but why complain? That's a component of the game. It's one of the things that actually makes it fun. You can't always control what happens. You have to respond to it a little bit. I would like to get clear of all this if possible. If we can get a fragmentation on those, excellent. Oh, even with the disruption, it's not looking good. But it's better odds than we had. Now here, I think we actually have the advantage. Question is, do I want to go for it in I think we go for it in melee. And obviously we've already fired here. We can't do anything here, just charge forward. And do I want to enter melee here? I do have a slight advantage. On the other hand, I also have archers. I'd like to use them a bit more. Next turn. These guys may as well start turning because none of these other units are viable to... Actually, turn this way because depending on how this goes, I might open up a flank. I might be able to open up a flank here. I don't think there's any point in that unit turning either way. Well, predictably enough, things are now starting to get really nasty. And that depends entirely on what they do next. But we might open up a flank attack in the Yari Hatamoto. Now, the archers can stop chasing shiny things. We can get them into a fight. Do I try and break them with fire or with a charge? Yeah, they're going to... Wow! They just carried all before them, didn't they? So, yeah, that's probably coming towards the end of the battle for us now. I don't, well, no. I always say that, I'm not going to say that. We're still up in rout percentage, things are going badly on the right. But we have caused them a lot of damage there, it's a shame they managed to mask that unit. However, there's no denying that caused us a lot of damage. We also lost that melee. You! Hojo Tadani! Tadani! I am going to have your head cut off after this. Okay, they took that with them. And even after the initial melee, we're losing, but right, there's never a but. Think it through. You can get some missile fire on them first. But we have to do something because they're about to get flanked otherwise. And there's no one else really to shoot at. Okay, open fire. They're heavily armoured, so it won't do much. Charge. I did a surprising amount of damage to elite troops. And prepare to die. I think we marginally increase our survival chances so we move around them, because that way we get clear of the Yari Samurai that are about to break through. But it's still not a great situation. Good, we survived. Of course, now we've got the Yumi Samurai to worry about. And we've dropped back. Well, that just made a bad situation worse. So this unit can't do anything except fire now. Oh, we managed to disrupt them at least. That's a bonus. I could go for the flank attack, but a better option, I think, would actually be to clamber around and hit them in the flank here. Because all things considered, I'm probably going to win this battle anyway. And we've got far worse things going on the right. You know, they've got these nasty Ariashigari moving into combat here. Move them out of the way, because when that unit breaks... Oh, really? Oh. Right, the whole we're going to get hit by these guys next turn, so we're not going to turn away from them. Even though they're already in melee. The troops don't know that yet. Okay, thing is, these guys are now going to turn around and wallop us. All of this is going to go. I need to prepare for the flanks to turn, basically. Good. I can't say they're highly superior troops this time because they're not. Oh, come on. I'm gonna lose before I can do anything, aren't you? Well, that means we're not in melee anymore. That might actually work to our advantage. Oh yeah, they get pushed. Oh no. Do you see what's going to happen? They're going to break and then they're going to slam into that unit. This charge here just destroyed everything. Well, since you didn't realize I was masking these guys, stupid priority charge rules. Just limp away. You guys are very unlikely to play any significant part in the battle. Next turn, with what little we have left. Okay, yeah. Seriously, which of my units are still on the field? I think it's just this clump of troops here now. I must have... Oh, of course, because I've also got the Hunjin. Right. Of course, Murphy's Law always arrives to finish off a bad commander. We don't have much of a choice. We need you. Move. Okay. Well done for just sticking in melee. Well, turn around and fight. Maybe you can still win an advantage. Now, depending on where this goes... Oh, they'll be able to turn. As a note, had I anticipated that, elite troops, again, not a surprise. The Hatamoto can be almost unbreakable sometimes. Of course, they just have the numbers now. Might be able to open up a charge if we survive long enough here. Someone's actually rallied up. Well, that will keep us on the field a little longer. Charge, see if it spreads some chaos. And, yeah. And now it's the curtain call. I'd point out that at this point those Hatamato have now managed to fight off 3 of my units and rout 2 of them. I actually stuck around. And just to top it off, the Ariashigaru managed to beat my samurai on equal footing. They weren't even generaled up. Fire here and then turn. Oh, goodness. And they can't turn. I don't know why they can't turn. Thankfully, I don't think they can actually charge here because they're the priority charge targets. And hopefully they turn themselves. These guys, oh, they're going to get flanked. I don't know why I'm bothering to say this. They're going to get flanked, whatever they do. No panic. And I don't think I'm going to have a single unit that hasn't been routed at least once left on the field. There we are. Well, this is something I wanted to talk about because while the historical battles in Sengoku Jidai Shadow of the Shogun are easy, the skirmishes are flaming hard. I got some bad luck there in that I just blundered into a flank attack and everything collapsed from there because I was doing well until that happened. But it's hard. I mean, obviously I could have waited and forced the AI to advance me when I was on the mountain, and maybe that would have made a difference. Or it might just have let the enemy take the initiative off of me. But I wanted to try and attack, and I wanted to try and be proactive. And I did see that the enemy's deployment was a little weak. Unfortunately, I think I had a decent plan, but things went against me during the pursuit phases. Tell me in the comments, what do you think I should have done differently in this battle? Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Farewell, and here's the victory screen. Well, defeat screen. Victory for the enemy. Like hell, I'll drop the difficulty. I'll drop the difficulty when I'm dead.